Hi guys, back again. So I just thought I sort of left you guys hanging on the tags, and I thought, well, I might as well just kind of finish some of them up and give you an idea of what I was actually talking about. I sorted them out. I basically decided that all of them sort of need a little something, something, something. So I thought, okay, let's add maybe some labels or just stuff like that, and maybe a couple of little images here and there. So I just kind of went through those two boxes of images and pulled out a bunch of little things. And then also, I forgot to kind of show you what I do on the back of these. It's, I mean, you've seen it before. Basically, I just put some paper on the backs, but I also wanted to maybe add a few of these little stickers and maybe a little more washi or something. So anyways, I have another another box that is basically just all like little things. A lot of these are things that I kind of used to have in my cluster trays. If anybody watched those videos, I just sort of dumped it all into this thing. And sometimes I feel like having things sorted out, and sometimes I don't. So if I feel like, I want things sorted again, then I'll sort this out. And that is actually very relaxing for me sometimes. So I like to have this box kind of handy because every now and then I want to stick a little something on there, like that, you know. So yeah. As a matter of fact, let's just stick that on there. And it just when you're doing this, where you have like a big piece of collaged paper, and you cut it up into these little tags. It's still kind of a blank slate almost, and I just like to give each one a little bit of individual attention. You know what I mean? And kind of pull it together. That's kind of how I look at it. I'm sort of pulling it all together. Yeah. So, yeah, so I like that. And then let me let that one dry. And I was going to say, for the most part, I do some stitching on my tags. Not every single one of them, but a lot of them. I've been into labels lately. I think a lot of us have been into labels lately. So I'm just, I feel like just adding that little label kind of pulls the whole thing together, and yeah, makes it feel finished to me. So this one is a good example of, it's kind of doesn't really have a focal point. It's kind of busy. It doesn't really have any contrast. It's kind of flat as far as the contrast. So what I like to do in that case is just kind of either add something real dark or add something that's a lot lighter, and just to sort of give it some contrasts. Um, so yeah, see, I wouldn't necessarily want to add something like that, because that's kind of like still the same tone. I want to add something brighter. Like that maybe, you know, like a bigger tag. I don't know if I really want to add flower because it's already got some like floral elements to it, so I'm thinking maybe not a flower, but a little bee could be cute. Or yeah, that one, or maybe even that one. Yeah, I could do that, and then I was looking for like a ticket or something. No. Actually, I kind of like the label idea. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add this little bee. And this ticket. And I'm going to, or label, I should say. And I'm going to ink the edges of it. I like to kind of make them go off the edge a little bit sometimes, because then people go, oh my god. No, I'm just joking. Sorry, I'm feeling goofy. That's what happens when you stay up crafting all night. So this one kind of has the same feeling. It's a little bit flat. So see, I wouldn't want to add another flower to it. That would be silly. Could add a white egg. No. Yeah, I don't really want to add a flower, but you know, I could just do this mushroom. Or I could just do part of that mushroom. Yeah, I'm just going to add that mushroom on there. And I'm just going to have the very edge of it kind of stick off of there, and then I'll trim it. Let's see. And then I've got these kind of tall ones that I want to do. And they need something bright too. I don't know. I'm just super attracted to these daisies. They look like pressed flowers to me. I'm gonna add a little piece of ephemera on here. These are ration stamps. Actual ration stamps from World War II, apparently. And then Just this little number. Whoa, crash. Kind of overlap it on that a little bit. It's kind of a challenge working on something like this that's very tall and thin because you need to, okay, how do I say this? It's just an odd shape, so to make sure that someone's eye sort of moves all the way around it, you need to add some interest all the way throughout the whole thing. And so, but you don't necessarily want anything to be a lot more like intense than anything else. I mean, you can, but you want to kind of balance that out with other elements too. Otherwise, it becomes kind of distracting. So, yeah, I have a tendency to kind of overanalyze this kind of stuff, but you know what I mean. Like, you want some kind of balance, and one way to sort of check that is to turn things upside down and look at them from different perspectives and see if you feel like it's balanced. Or, you know, asymmetrical balance is also really nice. But you know what I mean? Like, if you turn things upside down sometimes and it still looks nice, then, you know, you can feel good about that, I guess. So yeah, honestly, like a lot of these, I really just want to add something minimal. And a lot of them are going to wind up with some kind of label. So that's just a little flowery thing. And then a lot of times I like to just add part of something, you know, like just the wing of a butterfly, or exactly half of a butterfly. And this is one of those chipboard butterfly. These are chipboard ones that I took a archival ink and just kind of smeared it all over the front of a lot of these because they're so white. I didn't like that. So like you can see, like this one, I did not do that, and it's very white, and so I just kind of wanted to knock that down a little bit. So I did that with archival ink because I knew that it would stay on the surface of this kind of shiny, you know, paper. Distress ink, it probably would work, but I didn't want to take the chance of it moving around if I got it wet, you know. So I kind of like that. I like that one. And I don't think it needs a label. So let's see. We'll do one more, and then I'll look at the I'll look at the back of them. Oh, I like that one. Oh, criminy. My alarm clock's going off. That means get up. The baby's coming. So I think I'm going to do this like bluebell flower. Actually, this is the same flower. It's just smaller. Might do that. Let me see though. Might add like a little, I like this. Those precious little snippets. Just seeing if there's anything else I want to put on there before I put the flower on permanently. Don't think so. I'm just gonna stick it on there. Sometimes I'll ink around the edges of these images. And I am gonna ink this though. Want to put something else behind it though. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. This is just a little label. I think it's Tracie Fox label. And then, oh, come on. Gluing this on with the Scotch glue. I kind of hoard this glue because it's a little bit more expensive than the Elmer's. So alright, so that's a little bit weird, but that's okay. So then on the back, a couple of them, so it's funny, these have eyelets in weird places, some of them. So those ones are good. They don't, so I want people to be able to write on the back of these. And so I'm just going to add some little pieces of torn paper and stuff on here. And if I need to, if they stick out over the edge, I can trim them off or whatever. I don't necessarily have to cover every single little bit, but I do want to provide some writing space that's free of text. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog over there throwing up. It's a morning ritual lately. So I left the edge of this one like raw because I just thought it looked cool. It's this one's made out of book pages, so this is where I tore them out of the book. It's kind of rough on the edges. I like it. So yeah, so that gives just some writing space. Ooh, the sun's coming in the window. I guess you can see that. Maybe I should shut the blind. This is a piece of an envelope. It's kind of heavy paper, so it's a little bit textured, so I think it's like watercolor paper or something, you know. Not watercolor paper, but, you know, it's that Strathmore those Strathmore cards that you can get. This is one of the envelopes. So it is watercolor paper. It's just not like real heavy watercolor paper. Anyways, it's kind of heavy, so using the Scotch glue. And sometimes I'll add something on the back along with that paper just to kind of pretty it up, you know. So I'm going to put this pretty yellow flower on here. Here. So that's pretty cool. And then these guys, let's see. Well, I happen to have strips of, this is actually drawing paper out of a handmade sketchbook. An old handmade sketchbook. So I'm just gonna, so don't throw away your strips. You can use them like this. Nothing else, right? So I have a couple of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and add this paper on all of them. On these tall, skinny tags. Let's see. Don't have to cover up all of the text, you know. I think it's actually kind of nice to leave a little bit of it showing. And then just do put a little bird on there. I don't mind cutting the tail off of a bird, but I don't like cutting off their beaks. Let's see. Put a butterfly on that one and a flower on this one. Let's put it up at the top on this one. Oops. Yeah, I got glue everywhere. Okay. Just trim these off. Butterfly's kind of sticking out on this one. There. Okay. So those two are fine. Oh, I've got another one of these. Well, you know what? That's actually, this I don't think needs anything necessarily. I don't think it really needs any like writing space on there. I want to add a little something though. Let's see. Let's just do a little rub on. I love these things. I'm going to do that leaf. Gosh, those things are so thin. I mean, you can't even feel it. Yeah, it's like super, super thin. So this one's good, and so is this one. So then I take different colors of ink and, you know, do the reinforcement stickers. So I have options on these. I mean, I could do them in colors, or, you know, I've painted them before with like metallic paints, or used my I've even done like ink of gold on them before. So yeah, so anyways, you can color these. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I have this other punch that does like a slit like that, and then you can turn it into like a hanging tag slot if you just do like a round hole punch on it like that. See what I'm saying? So sometimes I just don't, you know, I don't do any kind of a hole on it. And then I will just like stitch a piece of fabric or lace or something onto the top of it, you know. I think this one, that's what I'll do. But this one, I'll go ahead and punch a hole and put some reinforcement stickers on there. And this one I'll do a slot. I'll just leave it like that. I'll do a hole in this one. Just kind of decide on that, kind of based on the tag, you know, like what's up at the top, you know. And if I don't want to disturb it, you know, that is how I determine what I'm going to do there. So this slot is nice because you can put a piece of ribbon through there, or easily put a little strip of fabric or lace through that. It's better than a round hole, you know. So yeah. This one, I think I completely ignored these. Oh, yeah, I did that on purpose, didn't I? Yeah, so see, these ones I didn't add anything to them, and it's kind of bugging me. So I'm gonna add something on them. I know, because I said I was gonna move forward, but I can't help it. I'm gonna add a label on these, or at least on that one. See, it's like totally naked right there. It's bugging me. It's naked. There. So much better. Actually, that one needs a little something else too, I think. Hold on. Let's do a little moth right up there. It's this little tiny moth. Wait. There. Cool. Now I feel better about it. That one needs something kind of bold on it. Let's add this little, let's add this pretty little, fern type of thing on this one. Oops. Hold on to the thing, Jessica. And then how's that look? Nope. Nope. Ah, there we go. Yeah. I'm totally doing this mushroom. I cut these out of a book. These mushrooms, I can't remember off the top of my head what the name of the book was. I think it's just called Mushrooms. Oh, here it is. Yeah, World Treasury of Mushrooms in Color. I mean, it's just a gorgeous book. Yeah, it has great pictures, and the paper is nice and heavy. So, anyways, in case you were wondering where I got the mushroom pictures, cut them out of a book. Okay, so that one's done. Now just put something on this one, Jessica. Ha ha ha. That's too big. That's not the right color. Don't like that either. How about let's just go like there we go. Just like a large label. Actually, it's half of a label, but half of a label, and then part of a mushroom. Liking the mushrooms lately. I like it. Okay. And so that one's, I'm not punching anything in it. So then I will kind of move this stuff out of the way. I haven't used any of these little, ooh, you know what? Well, no, I will use them, but these are those little bandy flower stickers from Washi Wednesday. They're like the individual little stickers on a roll. Okay, so just kind of scooch this stuff over. Those go in there. Didn't use any postage stamps. That's okay. Don't have to use everything on everything, right? Let's see. I know you guys probably can't see this at all. Hold on, let me zoom out. Yeah, the lighting is really bad for the sewing machine. You don't necessarily need to be able to see all of this, but oh my god, it's like on the slowest speed. Hold on, I gotta lengthen the stitch. So I usually go around a couple times. But you know, that's just me. So, I don't know. I just feel like the stitching just adds something, you know? Just really feels more finished that way to me. And I definitely put the paper on the back before I do the stitching, because I don't like to try to stick paper over, you know, a line of stitching. So, so anyways, and then I round the corners and we'll ink it up a little bit. And I always wait to do the, you know, any kind of inking or whatever on the edges until I've done my stitching, and that's just the way I am. And then a lot of these I'm just gonna do like just gonna do baker's twine on a lot of these. I mean, you don't even necessarily have to put anything through there, but I don't know. To me, it just feels like naked if I don't add anything. So do that, and then some of these, like I said, I'm just gonna do some kind of fabric or lace or something. I think I want to just do something real plain on there, but I'll layer a couple pieces, a couple of different pieces, just you know, for texture. So, oh, that's pretty with that, you know, little piece of green sack. little tiny piece of quilt top. Yeah, scraps. So let's see. Probably fold that in half. I kind of did it off center just a little bit. And then, no, not that. I'm just going to add this. So it's like a few layers of fabric. It's pretty thin though. I just went around once on this one, but so yeah. And if I want it super grungy, I'll even ink the fabric just a little bit, just to kind of grunge it up. So there we go. Yeah, so I'll just do that, you know, a couple hundred times. But oh, so these ones with the little slot, it's just, you know, it's nice to put fabric through there. It just works really, I think it looks nice. And then, you know, you could either stitch it or staple it. If you staple it, you definitely don't want to, oh, of course that one's out of staples. You definitely don't want to sew it if you staple it. At least don't sew across there. So anyways, yeah, so I'm going to finish up all those tags, and then I've got a bunch of these little kind of like scraps of collage pieces, or I don't know what you call it, but I was thinking I would do some of these just like flags, you know, that I can use for like tuck spots and stuff. Like this size I could make into a tag, but you know, because some of these are cute, like just little like I could treat it exactly the same as you know, a bigger tag. Add some images and, you know, maybe some washi tape and that kind of stuff, and then just, you know, cut it into a flag. So anyway, or put that on a paper clip or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys the end of the cycle there on how I do my tags. It's not really any different than anybody else, but I said I would. So and it's fun, you know. Kind of helps me thinking about my process and explaining my process to somebody. It, I don't know, sort of helps me figure out what I want to do too, you know, so it's a two-way street. But anyway, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment, or if you're not comfortable doing that, you could always send me an email. My email is silveroranges@zoho.com, or you can shoot me a message on my Etsy shop. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Thinking about doing a live sale probably next week. So Today is April 11th, so I'm thinking like maybe next Wednesday or so. But I will definitely schedule that and have it set up. So if you're subscribed to my channel, you'll start seeing a notification kind of just sitting there when you go to your subscriptions. When I decide what day I'm going to do it and what time. So usually it's in the early evening. But yeah, so anyways, give me a thumbs up, you guys, if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for, putting up with my kind of scatterbrainedness. Yeah, it was kind of fun. So anyway, you guys take care, and I love you, and be good. Okay, bye for now.